Hello, world.
And I'm still coughing. I thought that minute intro would be enough for it to go away. I'm still over here hacking up along. Hey,
Eh,
everybody.
that's life.
It is. Yeah, I'm cold and coughing. Like, what can I tell you? But I'm here. But I'm here. And I'm in a good mood, regardless of what it sounds like. I'm in a great mood.
I'm in a real lazy mood, you know? Like, I had grand plans for today, and I'm like, "Psh, I'm not doing any of that stuff. It's just like,
It's Sunday. I try not to do a lot. Like, although yesterday was the day I said no chores, no nothing. Like, I wouldn't do anything yesterday. Today, laundry, things like that.
I mean, I did
Excuse
laundry and I did pick up my dining room. Looks great. But, like, I don't know. You know, when you're like doing a chore and you're like, I don't care about this at all right now. So you
Yeah,
like
like,
half
hmm
ass do it. And then I'm like, I'm going to go look at stuff on the computer. Like,
hmm
I looked at sheets forever. I don't know.
Well, thank you over there in Twitch Couch. I hope you have some great festivities tonight. I know it's the week
Yeah.
of festivities, so the fact that you're even here for a minute, that's pretty cool. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. And everybody in chat, like, hello. Hey there, Grace. Hey, Shell. How are you?
You
I see Craven was here.
picked
You
up your
picked up
dining.
your dining room? That sounds heavy. Exactly. Oh,
Listen, I'm a ripped Craven.
banner.
You should see these muscles. Not
There we
really.
go, banner. Thank you, dear Crave. Hey, Jinxu. Happy Hogsworth and multitudes of holiday gropes for everyone. Yes, grope away.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, my fellow pseudo Republican Clarence from over there at 8 out of 10 can. And he has his own channel too. He's been doing some cool stuff on there. He did some old English caper kind of crime stories. I think it actually is called Crime Stories. It was an old show. He was replaying that stuff. It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, Sean. It's good
I'm
to
still
see
on
you.
my Hallmark movie kick. That's all I'm watching right now.
Oh, well, you know what I started watching? Like one of my favorite things, besides mob movies and really bad, cheesy horror movies, the kind you can make fun of.
Is it an anime?
Nope. Although, I do love my anime, but I do watch anime every day uh, for a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Like there's different series that we're watching. Crime Watch, that's the name of it. Thank you, Clarence. Yeah. It's Unsolved Mysteries in the UK. Well, that's what the show I was saying about. But you know what? I started watching JuJu. It's on cable. It's on my cable. I think it's Paramount. Um, I just got done watching Tulsa King for the second season, which I thought was hysterical. A New York mobster played by Sylvester Stallone ends up in Oklahoma, and he's got to try to deal with all of that.
Oh
You
yeah,
got it, Liam. You guessed it right out of the box. I'm on episode 4.
of the original one.
Yes, and it's Dexter, like when he was a teenager and he gets out of college and goes like starts working at the crime lab. It's like the
So
beginning.
they did the same thing that they did with Better Call Saul and
Yeah, they
Breaking
went right.
Bad.
Yep, they went back to the beginning, and it's actually fascinating because it shows you like his first kill, like what made him do the first one. We all know the story of Dexter, where he was adopted by the policeman who felt responsible for his mother's death and all of that, and knew what was going to happen in the tendencies and tried to give him a better life, you know um knowing that he could not, trying not to make him into a monster even though he had this real bloodthirst. But
How did the
yeah,
cop know he had a bloodthirst?
well, because he pulled them out of the blood from watching his mother get killed with a chainsaw. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm. And he grew
so
up
the cop was like,
torturing.
"Listen, I
He
put it
was
together because he was in all this." Or wait, Dexter didn't
no, but
have to
but
be in the
then
blood.
no, Dexter was a child and he was in the blood. He was in a storage container with his mother's chopped up body, and the people had done it in front of him with a chainsaw, like the
So that like a little something snapped in his brain. And he knew
did
about.
that. And also, as he was growing up, the cop kind of noticed him like burning things and torturing animals and this, that, and everything. And the cop's pretty smart and they did some psychological.
I don't mean to laugh at that. So they kind of noticed him torturing animals.
I had noticed, these little odds he was doing. Yeah. And so like the whole premise of Dexter is he's the serial killer murderer that you like because he's only going after the bad guys. He's only doing it to satisfy what's wrong with him, but in a more positive way. They tried to take like the awfulness of it all and turn it into something good. Although that does go astray because we've watched the whole series and it gets a little crazy. But like, I do love it though. I can't help it. I just love the Dexter series. I know
a couple of friends of mine watched it and talk about it a lot. So
there's a whole series of books like before this actually came out on TV that are freaking phenomenal. The guy that wrote them, they're just like, it's great. And there's even more of them than there is the series. Liam, I'm wrapped up too. I'm sitting here. I was telling JuJu, I'm in an igloo of blankets, like over my legs, wrapped all around me, over my shoulders. It is so damn cold here today. I caught myself a chill letting the dog out, and I just can't shake it. Well, I hope you feel better, Liam. Oh, you're coming down with something. Hey, Charlotte.
How are you? Is that true?
I don't know. I'm going to put it up, though. Fun fact, the chainsaw was originally made to perform episiotomies during what? Whoa, wait a minute. Wait, that's a little big to be using down there. A chainsaw for an episiotomy? Like,
well, maybe if they just come at you with that chainsaw, you're like, baby's out. I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Of course it was created by a man, just like the damn mammogram machine that they can't seem to like freaking like innovate to be a little less painful than squishing us like pancakes.
Yeah, and not very accurate, the mammogram machine.
No, it is not, and it's painful. No matter what size you are, it's disgusting. They literally, just so you guys know, they literally put our breast in a clamp between two plates and squish it as flat as it can get. So be kind to the boobs in your life, people. They go through some stuff. anyway.
No, Liam, the original was hand cranked by the surgeon. Oh, that almost made me cute.
Oh, come on, why a chainsaw? We're talking about 1.5 inches of skin, people. Like, for those of you that don't know what the episiotomy, it's like it cuts into your taint, and we all know what the taint is. There's between one hole and the other, okay, on a female. Like that scratch there. Of course, it's up between the scrotum and the butthole if you're a guy. That area there. But if you're going to have a baby, they kind of like cut a little bit down from your, vagina exit to give it the head a little more room, because it's better to cut it than have it tear, because they'll be able to sew it better and heal better. But a chainsaw? You don't need a chainsaw to do that. Like, you could use a butter knife. Like, come on.
Just use that's way too much power for that area.
Rhodey, that's not true. If a woman designed it, it would be the same, just warmer and smell like lavender. No. Actually, if a woman did it, it would be precise. Just enough.
Or a woman would just be like, you know what? Let's use this scalpel or these surgical scissors we have right here.
Exactly. A nice pair of scissors, even a freaking kitchen knife, not a chainsaw. Jinsu, you're just like, my whole mind is warped now. They invented the chainsaw to do episiotomies. Like, I'm good. My
internal organs are reacting to that. They're like, I don't like it. Ooh. Okay.
Oh my God. I just being certain. I guess they wanted to make sure, like, yeah, or the first one was like a really big-headed baby. Like, oh my God. Oh, we're talking about your favorite things. Chainsaws, episiotomies, chainsaws, and mammograms.
Charlotte's like, you know what my favorite topic is?
Charlotte, you're gonna have to be more specific. I'm cracking up now. I can't even imagine which one of those, because we talk about we go off on some tangents here. But I am glad you feel like you fit in and you're enjoying it. I really am.
Charlotte's gonna come back and be like, no, the TV show Dexter, everyone.
Oh, okay. It's the serial killer Dexter, which usually everybody's like, Clay, you're obsessed with these serial killers. Yes, I am. I go to sleep to murder.
I love it.
Yeah.
I had dinner with my friend the other night. And
oh God, Clarence, wait a minute. You know what? I don't want to imagine that, but now I can't get it out of my head. I just can't get it out of my head.
I will tell you, last time I had surgery, the last thing I remember is them like strapping me, like seat belting me to the board with my arms out at my side. And what a horrific memory. I was like, I don't like this at all. I'm being strapped down.
I know. I'm with you there. JuJu says, to be honest, my scrotum is crawling a bit too because he's had a vasectomy. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, Charlotte, this is going to be in my head for a while. Raindrops on roses, episiotomies on taints. Just like this. Oh my gosh. We're just a little like, okay, what was your show about last night? Taints and episiotomies and chainsaws. What can I tell you?
Liam, I've seen pictures. It was like a large whisk. Oh,
what? My God, no. Well, you know what?
I just shut my body down for business. It was like,
I've seen some actually archaic, like obstetrical equipment that they used back in the day, like the one that clamped the baby's head. It was like a big vice grip.
Oh yeah, it was like
and pull the baby out. You wonder why you see all those pictures of people from like Victorian days and they got the whopped up ears and stuff. Like, now I know why.
I was standing behind a man in line the other day, and I was like, "That man was born via natural childbirth." I was looking at the shape of his head, and I was like, "This what?"
I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my God. Hey, welcome, Captive Desk. Nice to see you. Welcome to the madhouse. Hope we can handle it. We're off the rails today. It's the holidays. We're all feeling a little bit of stress.
I don't feel well. The only stress I feel is that I made up in my head. I wanted to have my whole house deep cleaned by New Year's. Yet I am not focusing on said project. I let it like devolve into like, you know what, I should clean out all these closets. And I like drug all the stuff out of multiple closets. And then I'm like,
I'm not
into this project anymore.
Like, I know. And then everything's out. And it's like, oh gosh, I don't even feel like putting it all back yet. Now I got to look at it like out like this for a while. Yeah, I hear you. You know,
why didn't you just clean the room and like take on the closets after the New Year's? But I'm like, you know what? You know what's a good idea, everyone? Just take everything out of this closet. And I'm like, that's...
Yeah, you didn't have anybody there to say, really? Like,
no, really I need that. I need somebody to be like, shut it down.
I used to be motivated like this time of year because we used to have the big family thing on Christmas Eve, you know, so house was always like, you know, we had the big schedule, put everything in order, all the cooking, all that stuff. So I was regimented, organized. Like I had people like I had to answer to, like that were coming to help and stuff like that. Now I'm on my own and we don't do that anymore. And I'm with you, JuJu. If I took that closet out, it would stay like that for a week. I'd be like, like, bad idea to do it on a Sunday.
All my Christmas stuff, first of all, for the record, half of it was upstairs in my entryway from last year. Because I was like, I'm going to go through this. Never did. And then this week, I'm like, I'm going to go through it. So I drug the rest of it upstairs because I want to get rid of like most of it.
Mm-hmm.
I opened one tote and I was like, ugh.
It's like when you only have the weekend, because I'm sure you probably have to go to work tomorrow, right? And so,
yeah.
And then you're just like, you know, you come in Friday and then you got to like, you know, you've already done a full days of work. So you don't get much relaxation or anything Friday night. So you got Saturday. You do whatever you want to do. You got to get some time to yourself. And then we got our chores and everything to do. By the time Sunday, like now it's just all getting ready for Monday again. It's like any big projects. Like when do you do them? Do you have to take a vacation just to like do?
Well, no, I don't mind doing like I like when I get home in the evenings and I'll be like 1 tote or like 2 dresser drawers or whatever. Except for I don't know why I hauled everything out. And I was real psyched. I was real 100% into the project when I did this.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Yep.
really went downhill from there. Like
Mm,
once
yeah.
I got everything out, I was like, this is a lot of crap. Like,
I know. Like one closet at a time, Juju. That's what I would have told you. One, just one, because you probably ain't even gonna get all the way down that one. Hey Teresa, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, love. I hope you feel better soon.
everybody doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
drink some
Just a
water, change your sheets.
yeah. Yes, actually, if you're not feeling well and once you start to feel better, just make sure you strip that bed and everything. You can actually reinfect yourself, believe it or not. If
Yes.
it's yeah. Um plus it just makes you feel better.
It feels so that's one of the best feelings in the world when you're
I
sick.
love it. I have clean sheets right now, like, and it's like, it's the best thing when you do your room and you do all the clean sheets to start the day, start the week that way. It's just
Yep.
wonderful.
That's what I'm
I'm
doing
gonna I'm gonna
tomorrow
get a
night.
good tomorrow night. You'll get a good night's sleep. I know I always get the best night's sleep on
I
the
need you
warm.
guys to be my accountability people now because
The pressure, the pressure.
I know. But if
I
I
don't
have
know.
to like pony up about stuff,
I'll message you after work and ask you if you're on it. I will. I will. I'll
well, I
time
have
it.
some
I'll send you.
errands then.
Yeah, but at least I'll have put the little tick in your brain. Be like,
Like
God
I
damn it.
have this hoard closet. It's because most stuff in my house is very organized, like and crazy. But
Hmm.
then I have like the secret closet where I'm like, shove it in there.
Don't we all have a drawer like that? Come on, you all have the clutter drawer, right? Like,
No.
you know what?
Yeah, I don't have a clutter drawer, but I
You
have it's a walk-in closet. So I mean it's got like end tables and stuff in it.
see if you had a clutter drawer, you probably wouldn't have a cluttered closet. No, but don't everybody have like a place where you have to put those odds and ends, like all the stuff that comes in from the mail, like a coupon you're going to use, but not just right now,
Yeah, I have a
or
little
like,
decorative basket that I put those in.
or the all little thingamabobs, like when you're building something or whatever, and you got the little extra little screws, and where do you keep
Okay,
like the
that's
flat?
in a separate basket in in the closet in the room I'm in right now. That's in my tool
Okay,
closet.
well, what? Okay, where? Okay, then here's the question: where do you put the stuff before you put the stuff?
What do you mean?
Like when you're building something, you have those 5 extra screws at the end. You automatically grab them and go put them in a thing labeled in that basket, like right, like then.
Yeah.
Or is there a place at your house, like a tray or a table or something, where things end up that you have to go put where they belong?
No.
Like, okay. I
No.
have when you come into my house, I have an entry and there's a little tray there, and always that ends up with stuff in it, like a coupon book, or somebody will put a flashlight there, or somebody will put like whatever. There's always stuff in there that I have to go put away somewhere else. Like it just ends up in there.
No, I don't really have that, but I also live alone. So I just go
Hmm.
put the stuff where it belongs. And
You
also,
know,
it took me a long time, but I have my house set up cuckoo amazing style where I like everything is in the most efficient place.
mm,
No, I just put it right away. But I do have a basket on the sideboard of my the dining room is the center of my house. So that
hmm.
is when I'm picking up other rooms, I'll be like, put it in the dining room because then I have to take care of it that day.
Well, yeah. So
Versus
you do have a basket or something. That's what I'm talking about. Like when you're going
no, I
through and
just
you know
set it on
stuff
the
doesn't
table.
belong.
I mean,
You know
like,
it doesn't belong here. I got to go put it somewhere else. And you live alone. But I found out like before when the house was full, I would end up doing that mostly with other people's stuff, not mine. Like I was always cleaning up after everybody else. Not to mention shutting cabinet doors and drawers.
I know, I think of you anytime I leave it. A
I'm
cabinet
telling
door
you,
open.
I lived with a person who I could tell everywhere they were in the house and every damn thing they did. Every drawer would be open, cabinet. If they used a screwdriver, you could tell where they used it because that's where it is. Like nothing ever like got put away or put back. Nothing. You could tell everything they did. Well, if you just walk around, and like the most of my free time was spent just going around closing doors, drawers, and putting shit away.
Didn't you just lose your mind over that?
Who does that? A person I live with. Yes, Craven. Like they just couldn't break the habit. Yep.
I do. It depends. Like if I'm cooking, sometimes I won't close. Well, I don't know. I don't leave them open like for an extended period of time.
Yeah. Well, on that tray, I also have like a jar because that's where you put your loose chain and stuff. And there's also like the hooks for the keys and stuff when you come in. Like, I don't know. It's like a catch-all.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you have it like contained. Because I have like a little octopus hook and one of his legs holds my keys. I put them in there right when I get home.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, I guess I do have like a stainless steel counter, like in my kitchen. That would be like the most cluttery place. But that's the stuff where I'm like, I have to take this with me when I leave. So I'll set it on that table.
Well, yeah, it's like let's go instead of like a clutter catcher, just think of it as a staging area. It's just like the staging area to where before something has to go somewhere else. That's what I mean.
You know what? I was looking at that yesterday for an extended period of time because I was like, I don't like what's happening in this zone.
It gets a little cluttered. I don't like it. We need to organize because that's also where I have the little stand-up thing for the mail, right? Like outgoing and ingoing in, stuff like that. So,
well, I like process the mail right when I bring it in. So I'm like, do it now. But I have a bag I take with me every day because I have a water bottle that I put in the car. Then I have a water bottle I put in the building. Then I so I have to but what do I do with that bag? I have no place to put it that is aesthetically pleasing to me and convenient. So that's a work in progress, everyone. We'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll talk about it some Sunday when you do. We'll figure it out. It'll be the best thing. Well, and this time of year is always tough because there's just not a lot of time. I can't believe that Christmas is like Wednesday already.
You know what? I don't have the Christmas spirit at all.
No, in a couple of Discords, I actually changed my name to I hate it because I just I have the good cheer and goodwill. I love all of the good people are reaching out and saying nice things and stuff. I just want to just a blanket thank you to everyone who contacted me with positive, good vibes and support over the last few days. It's really been amazing, and I really do appreciate it. If I didn't get back to you personally, it's not anything personal. It's just that I'm just a little overwhelmed, to be honest. And you just don't know what to say back. Sometimes you ever get like that, JuJu? I just couldn't. Yeah, me. I couldn't find the words. I was worded out. Just totally worded
Sometimes
out.
you're just wiped out.
Yep, I was. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Good to see you.
Jen, I love everything about that statement. He's like, jar for coins. I have one for each and one for coin rollers and $2 bills. I'm like,
that is so much easier if you just separate it before so that you can do the it's just so much easier. I have the same little jars on that tray, Chin. I wasn't going to say because I thought I'm actually glad to hear JuJu support it because I thought she would think I was a little bit crazy to have different jars.
No, I love stuff like that. I told you, my goal is, when you watch a trial and someone's been murdered in a house and they go through and record the whole house and they open every cabinet and every closet. I'm like, if that ever happens to me, I want the jury to be like, that woman was cuckoo. Because everything's so organized. That's my goal. Is I want you to walk into my house and think I'm crazy. I maybe should refine that a bit. But
no, I actually think that's wonderful that your goal is for everybody to walk into your house and just think you're crazy. I just think that's freaking amazing. You don't mean crazy though. You mean obsessive, obsessively organized.
Yes. Yeah. You'll be like, this is unnatural. Yeah. This woman had too much time on her hands.
or
Definitely is that too.
I would hire this person. Like they know how to get it done. Like, yeah, I would totally.
That's
Yeah,
true. I
yeah.
used to casually do that as like a side gig. Then I
Hmm.
just got mad at everyone. I'm like, get rid of this garbage in your house.
I still do it financially. Like I'll still do taxes for the elderly. I am going to go to the library and work on taxes this year for them. And I'll do financial consulting for budgets and stuff like that and
Yeah, I
you know
love doing that.
project. And I even just took up, like, somebody asked me, "Would you help me with a mission statement for my business? Because I have to go get a
Ooh.
bank loan." And I'm like, "Me?" They're like, "Yeah, you." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, okay." But damn, did it? I like played it off like it was no big deal. But damn, I was like so thrilled and excited. I'm like, really? Like, wow, something like I used to do. Like somebody recognized I might actually still be able to do it. Okay, cool. Like, that is
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Hey, Crave, that does count. If you go to anything to do with any kind of holiday, like that is Christmas spirit. I mean, good on you for going.
Thanks, Liam.
I came to the stream and think you are crazy, Juju. There you go. Okay. There you go. I
I
walk
have
in
my clutter
crazy.
spots. Don't look at where I take my shoes off. It's very annoying. It's right in the walkway.
Mousy says I walked in and I'm crazy. Yep, I thank you. Haha. Hey, Mouse. Mhm.
What's the Craven? There's a book that says that, or I can't remember what it's called. But I once had like a boss go, "You should read this book," and I'm like, "This is the dumbest book ever," because it's like, what is the goal of business? And I'm like, to make money. Okay,
Exactly.
like we
Mhm.
don't need 500 pages for that.
Mm-mm. Do you know what book I used to make everybody read in my department?
Who moved the cheese?
You got it. I had a case of those babies.
You're like, here you go. You know what I've
No,
been
I'm
reading?
serious.
I started reading Charlotte's Web this weekend. That's a great book.
Oh my God. If I told you what we're reading right now, what I'm reading out loud, my gift to Wrecker was to read him a Christmas story, a crazy, obnoxious Christmas story, like not your normal kind of thing.
Is it
And
Dexter in a Santa suit?
no, it's not, but it's almost as bad because it's a tale. It's by Christopher Moore. The author that I read the other story about. He does like these crazy, kind of thrilling, snarky humor, sci-fi adventure stories with a little bit of like thriller suspense in them. It's called The Stupidest Angel, a heartwarming tale at Christmas time. And it is so crazy. Like right now, I'm at the part of the story where the dead have risen and the zombies want to eat brains and everybody's trapped in a church and the characters are just hysterical. And like the one-liners are like really hysterical, and they figured out that the dead have been in the graveyard listening to everybody tell their secrets for so long. So every once in a while the dead start yelling out one of these things like, "Oh, so and so watches squirrel porn, and this one did the nasty with the kid at the checkout counter," and like it's so it's a stare like. And Christopher Moore writes like so snarky, funny. Yes, it's a very heartwarming Christmas story, Jin. And we're on like chapter 19. It's like the best. It's like really great. He's enjoying this Christmas present because we read a chapter a day. I just like it takes like 15-20 minutes to just get in a call with him and read it to him. He's enjoying it. It is fun.
That is fun. And
But Jin
I
knows.
never, what a great concept. The dead have been listening. Now
The
they're
dead
telling me.
have been listening. Yes, yes. The dead have been listening, and now they're like up, they're hungry and they're after brains. And like it's like really good. But there's like a warped Christmas angel in it, and he's looking for some kid. So he finds some like kid who's got real mental issues with his family, really disturbed. And he's gonna be like, you know, the new Jesus or whatever. It's really weird. It's like, yeah, Die Hard is a great Christmas story too. I watched that. Is Lamb next? It could be. We have to finish the trilogy that we're reading from Justin Cronin. We're on book 2. We're almost finished with that. But Lamb is great. Like I would like to read that next. It is one thing I'd really love to read out loud every day a little bit.
I
So
do like to read. And someone gave me a book to read, but it's not very it's like a horror book. I forget what it's called. It's something it's in the I don't have any info on it, guys. Never mind. I was like I started to read it. He told me, he goes, it's pretty brutal at the start. And then I was like, I tried to read this after I watched a Hallmark Christmas movie, and that it was not a good plan. I'm like, I'm gonna revisit it in January.
hmm yeah. Yeah. The Gift of the Magi. I heard about that, Charlotte. I should read that again. Yeah.
I don't think I ever read that.
Yeah. Quick. It's a soul book for
I
sure.
don't remember the names of 90% of the books I've read, though.
I'm really bad with names. Yeah, I am. Well, I read constantly, so most of my reading has been in researching lately. So I am glad to get back into reading out. Oh no, Jinzu, not a Chris Moore trilogy. It's Justin Cronin. There is. I'm glad you didn't say a Christmas Moore trilogy, which intertwines with all of his other books. I don't know. Does he have a trilogy? Sorry. I, I don't know. It's that short. You can post the whole thing on Facebook, Charla. Wow. I didn't know it was that short. I'll have to go see. I heard it's like really good for yourself.
How long can a post on Facebook be? Is there a number limit? Like,
No, there's like two. Like, well, I have the blue check on Twitter, so like even though they say only 280 characters, I could post as long as I want. You just have to open it up.
okay,
Oh wow, pretty cool. I was like, why did I never get that for Christmas? What are you talking about? That's a thing, and no one ever got that for me. Now I feel like wow.
and
You bring
why did you not think of creating it? Because that's genius.
it is. Each of the floors are the D's. Yup. Thank you, Charlotte. Oh, that is freaking awesome.
I've never seen Die Hard.
Yeah. You know what, Charlotte? If I like it, I might even read it for the library. You might find it out on YouTube as a short with music and pictures. I do that kind of thing with little stuff, but it has to be like short. This story I'm reading is only 22 chapters, and it's only 200 pages, but it's still too long to read for YouTube.
I hear you. I hear you.
hmm But I'm hungry today too. You ever have one of those days? I'm cold. You can hear my throat keeps going out. I have to keep drinking tea, and I'm hungry.
I
And
was
I'm
just
not
thinking that I'm
usually
hungry
hungry.
too, and I just ate right before the stream, and I'm like, I could eat again.
I know I didn't eat right before the stream because I was cold and I was like too worried about getting warm. But now I'm just like, damn, what am I gonna eat tonight? I need suggestions, people.
I know I'm having one of those days where you like eat every hour and a half or 2 hours. Right, I just keep going in the kitchen. I'm like, but I
You're having
haven't really
a
been.
grazing day. You're just like you eat a little something and then you think you're okay, and then you got to go back and eat a little something more, like a grazing day.
Yes, but a
Yeah.
lot of my like I don't have any fruit in my fruit bowl. I don't have any of my like cinnamon almond butter.
I love cinnamon
Let's
almond butter.
pretend like they're not cookies, but they're cookies.
You ever been hungry but nothing sounds good, so you just eat nothing? Sounds like my day today. There, I couldn't
Craven, I
decide.
just had that the other day where I was like,
Okay.
I'm so hungry, but anything I could think of to eat, I was like, ugh, I don't want that. So
Hmm.
I just went to bed. I was like, what is that about? Why do we do that? Maybe we're not really hungry.
I don't know, but I can't go to bed hungry because I will just wake up. Like
Me
I can't
too.
sleep. I can't sleep if my stomach's doing all that. I just
But
can't.
food was like, I just couldn't do food.
I couldn't decide, so I just moved on a lot today, like with other things, and now I'm hungry. I don't know. Like I need suggestions on something quick and easy to make.
Popcorn.
I had popcorn. I could do that. I did spend the other day eating a lot of popcorn. I think it was yesterday. Like I ate a lot of popcorn because I couldn't decide what to eat, so I was eating popcorn actually. Now I don't want popcorn now today.
Do grilled cheese.
Hmm. Thank you, Charlotte. I'll go look later. I don't have Facebook open right now, but I'll go in later. Actually, I've been going in there like once or twice a day, um, because I realize I got it there for the channel and I post all of the stuff there, but I never go see if anybody sent me messages. I really should check more often. Yeah.
Eh.
Now that I have the computer, there's no reason. Like before, it was just a matter of I couldn't open too many things at the same time. But
Yeah, but
now
I always think of messages like that. I'm like, that's someone else's to-do list for me, not my
Mhm.
to-do list.
I'm doing something fun tomorrow morning. I have to get up early to stream with Culture Cats, because he's in the UK and he likes to stream in his afternoon. So his afternoon, of course, is my morning. So I'll be getting up like a couple hours early, which I don't mind because I love streaming with him. But we're gonna try to do the Star Wars holiday special and try to have some fun with it. And also it'll be really interesting if anybody's up and bored, like come on over there and watch and see if we get taken down or not. Because every time I stream with cats and we show stuff, whole big sections of our streams get blacked out by YouTube, or we're sitting there talking and nobody can hear us because they took us down and we don't know it. We're still sitting there talking, carrying on.
It doesn't
And
tell you when you get taken down.
it didn't. It didn't the last time. We did something with the challenge and we were playing somebody's submission and it took us down. And everybody was like, until we read the chat that said, where'd the stream go? We're like, hey, we're not live. Like we're sitting here. It looks like we're live.
You're like, and that was our wittiest part right there. like,
And yeah, like we're
the
having
stream
so
goes
much
down.
fun.
That's when you like get on fire and you're like, listen,
Exactly.
we are
Yeah.
nailing it.
Yep. Yep. And it was like, and then when we got it all said and done and it came back up, all the parts were there. So YouTube randomly took us down as if we were doing something wrong. And then when they actually checked, they realized we weren't doing anything wrong. So the whole stream was intact, like later on. Like we couldn't figure it out. It just this weird stuff always happens on his channel, because it's a fact. It's not even a rumor, and I'm not talking no crap here. Cats can't tech. That's just it. It's a fact. It's just he can't tech at all. He's even worse at tech than me. That's saying something, Juju. Like so, it should be entertaining. And we're gonna be doing the fundraiser. So anything that we raise over there will be going to the device fund, for the small creator device that we want to buy to get somebody back on the internet for the new year. So that'll be fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week. We've got the marathon coming up with Purples that starts Christmas Eve. There's a lot of different channels involved with that. I am still gonna do Christmas Eve true crime on Tuesday. There's gonna be.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's gonna be there, but like, and that's okay if they're not, like, but I do, because some people will not have any plans or whatever. I'm just gonna keep to the schedule. I'll do a 7 o'clock stream. There are a couple of really good cases that had hearings and events that I have to bring people up to date with. So I think I'll be doing one Tuesday and
There you go.
maybe at the end of the week. I'm not sure.
I don't know what I'm doing Christmas Eve, but I'll enjoy it, whatever it is.
Well, you can always, well, there'll be people in the Discord and all too. Like,
Yeah.
we can always watch a movie or something too.
I'm like,
Do you?
I'm a Christmas Eve and Christmas fan, but not for like the holiday. Well, I guess for the holiday of it, because I like doing my own thing on the holidays. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I just make it very luxurious days.
Mm.
Like, I like to get up and take a bubble bath in the morning because you never do that.
Yeah.
Craven. Let's watch Die
Hogfathers.
Hard.
We could watch Die Hard or The Hogfather in the Discord if you guys want. Like, we could figure out how to do that if you guys don't have anything to do. I know that it's pretty quiet around here for the holidays. Like, we don't have any more big get-togethers and everything, and it's a little different, with everybody in the family who has passed over the last year or so. It's not been the same. So we just talking,
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any family, so I just do my thing.
I have family, but I don't have family. You know what I mean?
I do know.
I have my daughter and the grandkids, don't get me wrong. But I've always had to deal with her that I don't do with what my in-laws used to do to me, which is make everybody go to two houses and fight over who goes where. I absolutely let them do their holiday their way, all alone, and we always do something after. Absolutely. I don't put any pressure on her whatsoever.
Yeah, my friends do that with their kids too. They're like, we always do it like the Saturday after Christmas because then no one feels pressure on the day.
Exactly.
And people have learned, don't ask me. I'm not coming to your gig. I'm not interested.
Yep. January 1st is your 20th wedding anniversary. Congratulations there, Mouse. That's awesome. I think on the 31st, I think Wrecker and I are doing the Steam Awards for the gaming. But I'm not sure how that comes out. I don't even have a time. I know voting stops at 1 o'clock Eastern. And they're supposed to be doing the announcement, like however they do it right after that. So I don't know. We still have that up in the air.
Well, I can't decide what to do for New Year's either. Last New Year's was a real mixed bag.
I don't know. Christmas Day, I do have earlier in the day. Of course, I'll be I have a schedule to spend with somebody for a little while, and then at 10 o'clock at night, we do our part of Purple's marathon. We're doing that. It's 10 o'clock Eastern my time, which is what.
Ooh, I have a fun end of year question for you.
Oh yeah, good.
Okay. What is something you did for yourself this year? But I don't want it to be like I started eating more vegetables or exercise. You know what I mean? Like not
something I actually did for myself this year that
just really brought you a lot of joy, and it was something like nonsensical. It was just for you.
Oh, so nothing really serious.
Right.
Because I did do something really serious that's been an actual life changer for me, and I'm so glad that I did it.
Okay, what's that?
Well, kind of everybody kind of knows what it is.
Okay.
I got to a point where I don't really care anymore if people don't like me. Does that make any sense? Like,
it does.
I don't care.
That's
and
a great place to operate in.
And now I just I am a big people pleaser, and I do like to listen to people, and everybody knows I'll listen to you, even if you hate me, whatever. I'll give you an ear. I'll give you space. I'll let you have your say. I will talk to you. But do I actually give a F? No. Believe me.
So that's your serious thing. What's your non-serious thing?
I gave into my indulgence in chocolate. I don't feel guilty anymore.
Yes, that's
a good one. It is. And I've been getting boxes of chocolate regularly, and I love it. And I don't even feel guilty about eating it at all. I enjoy every single piece of it. And yeah, it's fun.
I did just order some dark chocolate truffles today because I was like, what? It's the holidays.
Yep. Oh, that in the Fijo sours. Like I have at least 30 bags of them over there, and I'm not guilty about opening one up and eating it. I would say candy. I have always stayed away from candy, thinking it's useless nutrition and it's just really bad for you. And I did like chocolate, and now I'm just like, nope. If I want something a little sweet, there's nothing wrong with having a handful of Fiju sours or Like a bite of chocolate is nothing wrong with it at all.
Ooh,
Like,
that's a good one. What about you
mm,
guys? What's your nonsensical thing that you did that makes you really happy? Everyone in chat. It's a fun question to ponder because the answer can change.
mm-hmm.
Of course, candy is useless. That's why it's good.
I am on a big gummy bear kick. I do not know why. Hey, you know what? Gummy bear, especially chewy candy like that, has it. A lot of people crave it just for that chew. You can't get that anywhere else. In like, I kind of understand that. I do.
See,
Like
gummy
it can
candy is not my favorite.
Craven says, of course, candy is useless. That's why it's good.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I guess in a roundabout way, it just means that it doesn't have to have a purpose anymore. I can do it. Like, just
Yeah,
like,
you
because,
just loosened
yeah.
up with yourself where you're like,
I have loot. Oh God, Juju, you've been with me all year. You know how loose I got. Like I have gotten loose as far as that. Like I take it off. Like when I say I don't care if somebody likes me anymore, I used to get so obsessive as to why. What was I doing wrong? Like how come? Like what? Like I must be doing something wrong. And then I realized no, like no, they're just like they just don't like into me, and that's when I'm feeling kind. And when I'm not feeling kind, I'm like, because they have no fucking taste and they're stupid. That's why.
see, I'm a real love me or hate me personality. So I had to get used to people not liking me a long time ago.
I know I can be a bit much, but at least I own it. Like I know myself pretty well. I'm
I'm
not
also
everybody's
a
cup of tea.
personality where people are like, we love you. And then after a few months, they're like, but not really. Nope.
Yeah, we love you, but we hate you because you like that's what I get all the time. Oh, you're so great. You just make us feel bad about the people that we are. So we can't like you. I'm like, okay, well, too bad. Like, I don't care. Either change who you are or get the hell away from me. I don't care either way. I really don't. Like, because I'm not out here trying to hurt anybody. If you feel bad just because of who I am, then, well, what am I supposed to do about that? That says more about you than me. Like I ain't supposed to do anything about that. But that was a lot. That was a big lesson to learn.
Yeah.
But
I
I
don't know.
sure
I've
did
just
feel
always
free.
bopped my own way. So I'm like, well, that's really your issue. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Ferrero Rocher or large bowl of 3 or more flavors. Oh, gin, that's good. I love those. Those are the hazelnut candies. I like that. Ferrero Rocher. I like that. I do like that. And I love toffee. You like
I love
toffee? I
toffee
love
too. I was going to
toffee.
make coffee or toffee this week,
Mhm.
but I
Butter
haven't.
crunch, right? You just cover it in chocolate and sprinkle nuts on it, and oh my
Hmm.
god, that used to be my favorite at the holidays, and I would give it away as a gift to my sisters. My sis, I guess it would be like her mother-in-law. Yeah, her mother-in-law, who was like almost like a member of our family because she was around since our kids were little and everything, and she lived into her 90s. She just passed recently. This will be the first Christmas I actually don't get that for her, as a matter of
Oh,
fact. But I'm not sad because she had a really good one. She really did. Like, you know, I mean, come on, you're in your 90s, you're going to miss them because they're always there, but like, you don't want them to suffer. Can you just imagine
yeah.
every
And they're
day?
ready when they're in their
Yeah.
90s. I've never met someone in their 90s who wasn't like, could be tomorrow, not upset about it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's just like I like, they appreciate everything, but they're really thin and they're frail and everything's like a struggle and so
Okay. Sean got back into making jewelry. That's a good thing. That's a
that
good
is
one.
cool. Yes, that's a good thing. Yeah. You do that for yourself because you like it, right? It's a
Yeah.
long list, Charlie. I'm glad you're doing things for yourself. A long list. That's actually just knowing you have a list, Charlie, that makes me happy.
Yeah. Did anybody like dye their hair pink or like, I don't know?
Mm-mm. Nope, but I'm gonna cut mine soon. When I got out of the shower today and I realized that like if I went to sit down, I was sitting on my hair. And
Oh,
like
yeah.
yeah, no.
I was gonna cut mine too, but then I think I'm just gonna let it grow till like it starts getting warm out, and then I'm gonna just
Hmm.
chop it all.
Yeah. Charlotte, I love Dr. Pepper. There's something weird about it that I just like that you just can't get anywhere else.
You know what? Aggressive carbonation. That's the beauty of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, does it have more carbonation than others?
Yeah, it'll burn your throat and it feels great.
Hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Some I don't know, some soda is just more bubbly than others.
Craven has a naked face now.
Ooh, how does it feel?
It's the wrong time of year. It's cold, dude.
It's never the wrong time. Well, no, Craven lives in warm zone.
Okay, Jin says he loves the Centurion stories that include daily intake of alcohol. Okay. Hi, Boo. Hey, Cass. Good to see you. See, I don't get the burps from Dr. Pepper, but I do from a good Coke. I can tell you that.
I'm a Diet Coke gal. And I've been using the Diet Coke too hard.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? That's the thing. Like, that's the other thing. Besides the candy, like I never used to drink soda ever. And now I'll drink a Coke or a Dr. Pepper if I feel like it. The only thing I ever drank before was like ginger ale or sparkling water, seltzers.
Yeah, I didn't drink soda for years. And then I got back into it and I got to wean myself back off it.
I just realized I should have just summed it up by saying I went back to eating like a kid.
There you go.
An unsupervised child. That's what I did. Like, and I'm not sorry about it at all. Nope.
Nobody has anything crazy they've done? Well, I don't know.
I'm trying to move away from the daily intake of alcohol. I love my soda stream. Yes, they are cool.
Yep, I need more canisters, by the way.
I gotta tell you, like these people they're not getting crazy with the stuff. That's all right. But they're treating themselves well, so that's good.
That's true. What's a 2 liter of Sprite and 2 bananas?
I don't know. Do we really want to ask that out loud?
Because 2 bananas, that's a lot of bananas.
Like, I don't understand what it is, but I'm afraid to ask, actually. You know how it goes around here. Start a conversation like, and Mayhem, we went for how long on William Dafoe? I can't believe it. It just came out out of nowhere, and then boop.
I know. I brought it back to it anytime I could, though. I was like,
we just couldn't get off of it. That's the thing.
I was entertaining myself.
But we couldn't get off the subject of how you couldn't get all the way on the subject, if you know what I mean. Like, it was ridiculous. It was like so bad. But damn, my face hurt after that show. I was laughing so hard. I really love all you guys. You've really turned a bad day into something really special, actually.
Oh, feel better, Teresa.
I really do hope you feel better. Nothing worse than like feeling bad around this time of year.
I know. Everybody feels a little cruddo today.
I do hope you feel better, Teresa. Maybe a good rest.
Yeah.
My nan would say a good sleep, a good laugh, and pudding. You'll be all right.
I love pudding.
Man, pudding. We always have this conversation. Pudding makes everything better. You can't be sad with pudding. You just can't. Like,
pudding is like ice cream for me. I'm like, can't keep it in my house because I can't eat it like a reasonable human.
Oh, cherry candy canes.
You know what? I have not had a candy cane this year.
I have not had one yet either.
I don't even think I've seen one. I mean, like, where I could have consumed it. I mean, obviously I can go to the store and buy them. But I mean,
oh my God,
usually you see them like bowls and offices and stuff. Or
wasn't it last year we did the Mayhem JuJu and Cass that had like the sardine flavored candy canes
Yes.
and like all the
Gross.
weird flavors. It was disgusting. I think maybe the world got a clue and they just boycotted candy canes. I mean, once you go to the sardine candy canes, I mean, I think that's enough. Like that's like put you off candy canes for life.
Yeah. You know
You
what I
know,
did eat the other day though? Someone gave me a root beer barrel.
I do. Oh, that's an old fashioned candy I haven't seen in a
Yeah.
while. They, yeah.
When I was growing up, my mom would drive to downtown. This
Mouse, you did
old
not.
Yeah,
Oh,
they exist.
sorry. Oh
That's
my
okay.
God.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, tell me your story. I'm gonna forget I even saw that in the chat. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Oh.
Don't worry where mopping media is. It's working. Yeah, I hadn't had a root beer barrel either. It was good, oddly good. But you know what I
They
don't like
are.
about hard candy? I don't like the way your mouth feels afterwards, like very sugar coated.
It feels a little slimy, doesn't it? It's like
Yeah,
you gotta
it's
get
very
it
you're
off.
like, "Ugh, now I need to go
I
brush my
I
teeth."
I do. I either go brush my teeth or I rinse my mouth. Like I go get some water and I drink and I try to get it off. But I don't like how it makes my teeth feel fuzzy.
Yeah.
And yeah. I don't put them on the tree for the kitties. No way, Ginger. Ginger, I don't want the cats. When I had cats, they used to always try to get in the tree all the time. Like I would find a cat sleeping in there every day. Like it make me crazy. I was always afraid
See?
they were gonna pull it down while I wasn't home.
Well, and I always thought if I brought this tree into the house, have a good time. But then I had this cat who they were like, "This cat's gonna die." Like, it was a
Yeah,
kitten, but he was sick, and so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this guy the best Christmas tree and let him just have a party."
yeah.
And he is the only cat I've ever met that was like, "I have no interest in this thing." Didn't
Oh,
care at
of
all.
course, because that's cat style, you know. Like I'll tell you, they're the boss of us. I told you this, like complete assholes, cats. Like you go out of your way to get them anything they want, and they will just turn up their nose at you and look at you like, "Why? You don't know me at all, human.
No, I was
You
so
know
sad
nothing."
because I'm like, this guy who because they were like, if he makes it 6 months, and it was October, I was told that. They're like, we'd be shocked. So I'm like, I just let this cat do whatever it wanted because I'm like, you're dying. Have a good
Well,
time.
in all honesty, cats are gonna do whatever they want anyway. Like,
Yeah, but
what do
this
you think?
guy, I mean, I really like he shredded the toilet paper. I was like, do it. So I bring the Christmas tree in, put all the stuff on there where I'm like, he will, like every other cat I've had removes all the ornaments, like knocks the thing
Mm-hmm.
over, drinks the water, chews the branches, climbs
Mm-hmm.
it. This cat was like, nah, not my thing. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, but I did this for you. I got like a huge one. And he's like, don't care.
Yeah, Clarence, you're so right. Sardine canes on a tree for a cat is a recipe for dessert. It sure is. It sure is. Like, just give him a reason to tear it down. Hey, Moby. Good to see you. Hmm. Like, you could stop a cat from doing what he wants. Exactly. Jinxu, you're so right. You can't. Like, that's what I say about cats. Like, they do whatever they want. You know.
Do you think they think that about humans too? They're like, oh, I've been training this human forever. And they just do whatever they want. And they
Mm.
get, they get fed up about it.
Yeah, especially if they want the white, like they want like the chunky gravy food, and you just try to switch them to dry, or you try to keep them off the counters. You know, like when you're not home, they're up there sunbathing. You
Yeah.
know,
I'm
they're
not
up there
them. I know
cleaning
it.
their,
But don't
they're up there
do
cleaning
it
their butt
when I'm in
while
the
you're
house.
not there. Yeah.
Although I will say I used to live in a house that had like mirrors opposite the kitchen. So when I would sit on the couch in the living room, I could see the kitchen counters and I could
Hmm.
yell at the cats for getting up there. And you could tell they were like, how does she know? Like,
I'll tell you, I do not let cats in the kitchen at all. You know, I don't have a door, but like I would just like keep shutting them out, keep shutting them out. I use a spray bottle, whatever. But I'll tell you, if they want to get in there, they just do. They'll just like take their moment. Like as soon as you take the leg of lamb out of the oven and you put it on the counter to cool to rest for a few minutes, and they freaking kitten decides, oh, that leg of lamb is obviously for me, and comes from the other side of the house at full speed and jumps on that leg of lamb like it's gonna kill it, like full straddle, bites it, but can't lift it because we're talking like only a 3-month-old kitten. Okay. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. I was laughing and pissed at the same time because like we just spent hours cooking a leg of lamb that a cat is now straddling on the counter. Okay. Like you can't stop them. They came from the other end of the house to do it. Like just ran through. It just jumped up and straddled it. I was just like
You
what
know
do I
what though?
do?
I had a little kitten that I took he was like weaned from his mom on food, moved into my house, always had kibble in his bowl, and he did not eat human food. No
Mhm.
interest.
It's I don't know. It's so funny you say that, Craven, because that's like I designated that the man meat after that because none of the females in the house would eat that leg of lamb after the cat did that. But I did cut the part off that the cat had straddled. But still, because they knew the cat did it, like no, they wouldn't. But the guys, they all sat down and finished off that whole damn thing.
Why wouldn't
My
you eat it?
brothers. Oh, I did, but the other women in the house wouldn't. Like my sister and my daughter were like, "Nope."
I was like, I ate a turkey we dropped in the street. Like,
like it. It's like 5 minute rule. The cat wasn't even on it for like that many seconds.
I
I mean,
know.
seriously,
Like we were
you
right
know,
here. We picked him right up.
you know, it literally straddled it. It had its claws like in it, like it grabbed. I don't know where it thought it was going to take this thing, but it couldn't even budge it. And it was making this ferocious noise. It was a little kitten. I was like, yeah, you big badass, I'm gonna punch you.
Imagine how delicious it smelled to him, though. He was
It
like,
must have, I mean, he ran full force from the other end of the house straight through and jumped, literally flied up onto that counter, onto
is
that
there a
lamb.
food that you would do that for? That you
Not
would
in,
go that crazy for?
not anymore, I don't think, But like, I mean, I do enjoy like something roasting all day like that, or the house smelling like something baking, but I don't think I'd straddle it.
Well, that
Like
you would
that.
like eat like a maniac in front of other people. You'd be like, I cannot control myself.
Um, no, I don't know. Food, I love food. I love talking about food. I like cooking food. I like working recipes out. But as you get older, you just like lose like sit down and really like chow down kind of thing. Like I'm a grazer now. Seriously.
Is there any food that you'll eat until you get sick, like till you get a stomach ache? You can't stop yourself.
Mm, probably. And like that comfort meal that I eat, which is like the kielbasa and pierogies and fried cabbage and onions.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some sauteed apples on the side and stuff. I eat a big plate of that, a big plate of that, and it's just so comforting for me. And I could probably eat a second plate. Like, not that I need one, you know.
I
You,
just accidentally
oh
ate too many
no,
jalapenos.
that could be a thing. That could be a thing. And I do like jalapenos, but I don't like eat too many of them.
Like I'll
Corned
eat
beef.
movie theater popcorn until I'm sick to my stomach, and then I'll eat more.
I like tomato sandwiches. Like in the summer, I probably I often eat more than one, like because they're just so good. Um, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I like variety, so I don't really. I eat ice cream a lot, but I don't eat like huge amounts anymore.
But I
Just
think that's the fun of movie theater popcorn is maybe you eat that once every 2 years.
I imagine you're gonna have to stay in that loo for a while. There's nice to see you, milking stool. It really is. 'Tis the season. This message brought to you by the toilet.
Mhm. Oh, you once made a corned beef from. I didn't know that brined for that long.
You can brine it. Yeah, you brine it forever. Yeah. They sell it in the brine, like in the it's in the stuff, right? When you get it.
I don't know. I've never made corned beef. My granddad used to. It's delicious.
Mm. I like corned beef, but I don't like it Irish style. Don't give me no boiled dinner. Like I know no, like boiled dinner is like the bane of existence. Like no boiled dinner.
My friend boils chicken, and I'm like, what are you doing? I don't like this at all.
There's nothing like a good roasted chicken. I used to tell my brothers, if whoever you're dating and you're feeling like really committed to them, and you're thinking about marriage, make sure they can make a good roasted chicken.
Really?
Really, because you know what? It's a simple recipe, but it is time consuming. And if you think about it, chicken is a big contaminant, so you have to have all of the proper, like, hygiene and everything and etiquette. You have to know a little bit about cooking, but not a lot. If you can make a good roasted chicken, he's not going to starve.
I've never
She can cook.
roasted a chicken.
You've never roasted a whole chicken?
No, I've bought like I don't know, like Trader Joe's every once in a while does like a rosemary lemon one. Like it's already pre-seasoned though. You just put it on a baking sheet and
Mm-hmm.
put it in the oven. Would that cover me in this test?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not
Okay.
convinced.
Well, if you don't make the good roasted chicken, at least you know where to get one. It's half the battle.
I feel confident I could make one though. Like it's not
Well, Mrs.
intimidating to
Cassandra,
me.
Mrs. Cassandra said, "Well, good thing you did say this to my husband." She means didn't, because I'm thinking she
I
doesn't
know,
make
Mrs.
good
D, that's
roasted
what I'm
chicken.
saying. I'm like, uh-oh.
Uh-uh.
What other tests
No.
did you have for? Let's see if I could pass the test to date one of your brothers. Roasted chicken. I got 50% on that.
Okay, but you know where to get a good roasted chicken?
Yes.
There you go. Because what do you do with a good roasted chicken? It makes a great roast dinner. Sit down, right? You also, the leftovers, you can do anything with them,
Yeah.
right? A roasted chicken leads to so many other recipes, and it's reasonably priced, right? Good protein. Hmm. So, that's a good thing.
What else did you tell them?
Mm, that was probably the only thing I consistently told them. Like, I mean, they asked my advice on all kinds of stuff, but I just like I wasn't one to like sit there and just tell them what to look for. They all had different tastes, believe me.
Yeah.
There is one thing that I said a lot, and it's like
What was it?
uh, that beautiful one with the crazy eyes. Yeah, that's temporary. Like, you make sure that's temporary.
Yes.
Yeah, like, have your fun. Don't bring that home and welcome that to the family.
Right.
Have some respect for yourself and the rest of us. Yeah. No. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
No, I always get in trouble with them though, because they ask your advice, JuJu. I don't know if they do. Your brother did this to you or anybody in the chat. They ask your advice, right? And like, you don't really want to give them advice because they're either going to take it or not, and no matter what happened, you weighed in, and you're going to get crap for it either way. Whether they stay with the person, whether they leave the person, like no matter what.
I don't know. My brother and I talk to each other pretty brutally, perhaps.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because he's never asked my advice on women. Although on the day he got married, he was like, I don't know, should I do this? And I was like, that's really your call, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
If my brother asked me that, I would be like, it's normal because it's such a big thing to have cold feet right now, to feel a little hesitant because it is such a big step. That's a normal thing to feel it. But like, have you been feeling it like all week, like all month, or just today? And if he said just today, I'm like, well, you're probably going to be okay. If he said it's been on my mind for like a month, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You better leave then. I'll go start the car. We're out of here. Like, you know,
You know
because
what
I
I
think,
think about regularly? I had a boss long ago, and he read a study where it said men decide whether or not they'll marry a woman within 6 months.
really?
Yes.
Hmm.
And I ponder that, and he goes, I think it's true. And I was like, And now looking back over the years, I think it's true too. But I think women do the same thing.
Yeah, if you substitute the word marriage for commitment of any type, I agree. Because there's just some people, they will be loyal to you, they will stay with you, they will be monogamous, but if they're like me, they just don't want to get married.
Well, marriage was never my big goal.
Yeah.
And then at like 40, I'm like, I guess I have to rethink this. But what do you think is 6 months, like, people know if they're in or out? Like, if this is your
I think depending on your dating style and like what's going on in your life or how the world is right now, like everything changes. Like if it was the pandemic, you were probably like stuck together. Like that's different. If it depends on your busy lifestyles, like how often do you see them? Are you dating casually? You only see them once a week? Have you dated for a month already and now you're like pretty much at each other's houses every day? Like, it depends. It
Oh, no,
depends.
but see, doesn't that answer the question?
It does. Like if you've already moved that way by 6 months, you know whether you're in 100% or not. I would definitely think so.
Craven, you asked your ex after 6 months? But see, I think it depends how much time you spend together in that time. That's what Charlotte said. But I think the
That
time,
yeah, that,
if you're not
that
committed, you're not going to spend as much time. Granted, I
exactly.
understand there's like, you know, what
But then
hours you work
I,
and
I
whatnot. But
I know of relationships where they have stayed together, but the guy never asked her to marry him. Like 3-4 years later.
okay, well, all right. Well, let's just say commitment though. If they think you're the forever
Yeah.
one,
Well, that's
because
what I was saying about the like if we take marriage out of it and just put the word commitment in, then I think it's absolutely true. I think both men and women know by 6 months whether this is somebody they want to keep going forward with, for sure.
but a lot of
Absolutely.
people will still be like, well, I'll stick with her for another year, even though I know she's not the forever one.
Listen, if I know somebody's thinking like that, I'm just like, and I've spent 6 months, I'm like, dude, listen, when you decide that I'm actually a human, a person, and a woman instead of a fucking option, let's talk. Because, like, who wants to be an option? What does that say? After 6 months, you're with somebody, you're saying, I'll stick around, what, till something better comes along? Which means you're not committed, you're still looking, and you might as well just move on. That's
Well, I
lazy.
agree, but
Yeah,
they
that's
want
lazy.
somebody in place before they move on.
Yeah, well, I'm just not there to satisfy their stupid little needs as far as that's concerned. That's what their left hand is for when their right hand is busy. You
I
know what I
mean, I
mean?
agree with yeah. I don't know. Why don't you talk to like the last 4 fuckers who have asked me out? We're
I
all
wish I
like,
could, Juju. I wish I could. I would do your pre-screening for you. I would like, you want to talk to Juju? Let's talk. Do you know what a good roasted chicken looks like? Do you care
wait,
if
how
she
about
cooks it
step
or just
one?
brings
You
it
have
home?
someone you refer to as a girlfriend,
Yeah, oh yeah.
then move
Are you
on.
are you
Like,
current okay, here's the question. Are you currently in a relationship? Oh no. Is there anyone out there who actually thinks you are?
right,
Because usually
exactly.
more often than not, they'll say they're not in a relationship. And this is not man bashing. Women do this too. They
Yeah.
will actually say they're not in a relationship. And there's some man out there who thinks you're his girlfriend. Like, we we need to get this history.
I think
Like,
that's far more common than any of us realize.
you know what? I'll sit here with you and agree. Sorry, women, we're outing you. They do it absolutely even more often. Men just get called out for it more often.
Yes.
Why women aren't
Well, I
getting
just call
called out
men
for
out
that
because those
shit?
are the ones I
Yeah.
experience.
Because
But
let's just say a woman's allowed to date a few people at the same time and not get called names. But if a guy does it, he's a player and he's not serious. But a woman, it's like, oh, I'm not settling. There's a criteria I want to meet. Like, there's like, I need this, I need that. But if a guy does it, you're just a player. You're just looking to get one thing. Like, as if it's not the
well, I
same
think you
thing.
both suck. There's a difference between like casual dating someone
Yeah.
versus like if you have someone that you refer to as a girlfriend, do not hit on me. Yeah, Craven's
Exactly.
right. That's why communication is important. But I think less people care about monogamy now than they used to. Like what I've learned is I'm an outlier. Like if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm in a relationship with you.
Exactly. You know, because there's all kinds of relationships now. Like if you're like me, you've been married. You've been there. You've done that. Like, and it doesn't mean that you don't want to be with somebody who's committed or be monogamous. You just
Yeah, like
don't
I've never
feel the
cared about
need.
getting a ring and all that. That's never
Yeah.
been.
Yeah. There's just like Mrs. Cassandra said, there's people that want children, there's people that don't want children or care for it. Like it's all different. Monogamy, isn't that a type of wood?
But it's just shocking to me how many people are totally cool with like dating and or doing whatever with people in relationships.
Well, it can be okay if they have that kind of relationship. Like Crave says, it's all about communication. It's all about the type of relationship that you
Yeah,
have.
if everybody's on that same page, I
Well,
don't think everyone is. That's my whole point.
that's the thing. Because most of the time they're like, no, I'm not in a relationship, and yet like they're getting a phone call like, honey, when are you coming home for dinner?
Yeah.
Like what? No. Or I'm not in a relationship. I just live with this woman.
Great.
You live with them? Oh, like a roommate? Where do you both sleep? Oh, we share a room.
Right. I'm like, would she be upset with you talking to another woman? I don't know. I'm quite flabbergasted by it.
I like when they say, yeah, but we're just talking. No, you're talking with intent. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's call it what it is. You're not just talking. It's not like, hi, how are you? How's the weather? It's like, hey, how you doing there? Like it's different. It's with intent. Okay. You're trying to get to know somebody like of the opposite sex or the same sex or whatever for a relationship of some type. You're not just like casually, hey, we're neighbors. Like, how you doing there? Like, yo, bro, how's it going? No, it's not like that. You know, so no, don't just say, oh, but we're just talking. Like, she don't care if we're just talking. Like, because you're not. The emotional cheating is cheating, people. I don't care what you say. You get into relationships with people, whether you do anything or not, it's cheating.
Well, you're just trying on different people in some circumstances to see if you
Yeah,
want to
or
like level up, quote unquote.
yeah, well, some people are into that. Like, you know, they change relationships like their underwear and socks, and it's not me. Like I told you, I might not be with people from the past, but like I still remember the people that they were, and I speak to them and stuff like that, except for one. But I'll speak to them, you know, and I don't have anything against them at all. But that's not like I would never have another relationship with them or anything like that. But
I don't talk to any ex. But I don't know. I think about that often. I'm like, 6 months. People know.
do you start to get nervous towards the 6 months though? Because you think about that if you're dating?
Well, no. I get nervous when I'm like, do I want this person to meet my friends?
You know what? I have never been in a relationship where I had to figure out when was the right time to meet this or do that. Everything just happened. You know what I mean? I guess I've just been lucky. I've never actually thought about by this time you have to do this, or this time, this
Oh
is the
yeah, I've
order
never done
things have
that.
to happen. This is the order things happen. I've never read those. Like, I used to laugh at those articles that say, well, if he hasn't called you in 36 hours, this is what it means. I'm like, how the heck do you know? Like, you're in his head. Like, people are individuals and everybody's different in
Exactly.
every
That's
relationship.
stupid.
I
And I'm
always
like,
go by instinct and like how it feels. And I ask a lot of questions. I don't like to assume about anything. You know me, Juju, right? I'm like terrible like that. You're like, but it's obvious. I'm like, nope, not to me. I won't assume shit. I ask everything. I'm like I got the 50 questions, like constantly, all the time. Cause I don't like to assume a damn thing. I ain't thinking for them. I don't even want to think too much about what I'm doing at the time. Kind
well,
of
and then
ruins
people,
it.
yeah, because people do the whole like, well, don't respond right away when they text you. I'm like, why
God,
not? I want to talk to them. Like,
who's got time for all that game playing? Like, you know what? I don't believe in that
that's
stuff.
people who aren't serious about the relation. Because if you're interested, you respond.
Oh my God, I have a girlfriend who's like crazy about it. She even bought the book, like, 101 Steps to Getting Married Within a Year.
Oh
Like
my
all that
God.
bullshit. Like trying to find a life mate. I know how you find a life mate. Stop fucking looking. Just let what happens
Be
happens.
happy in your life. Like,
Oh my God.
and then
Yep.
someone comes along.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah. See, Craven's talking about like his ex would be like, who's texting you? I'm not that person. I like,
Mhm.
unless you are like, we're at dinner and you're texting someone and you don't tell me, like, I'm sorry, I have to do this. It's for work.
No, that's just the thing. If you have the kind of relationship where you don't have to ask the questions because the information is free flowing and it's all just out there, like nothing's being hidden, I don't see it's like. But I'll tell you what, Crave, if you're getting text messages and your girlfriend like doesn't actually, or the person in your life is not sure where they're coming from because you're kind of closed off, then that's why she's asking. It
Yep.
doesn't mean anything else. Because I know when I ask, I'm not jealous or thinking you're cheating. It's because the information isn't flowing. And I'm just curious, like, about stuff like that.
Well, I was dating someone when my parents went through a divorce. My dad like cheated on my mom. It was a whole thing. And I talked to the guy, and I had been with this man for like 2 years, and we never had like a trust issue or anything. But I was
Mhm.
like, oh, I might be like more needy for a little bit. Like, I might ask you who is calling, or, so
I have been burnt so many times on that issue that I will admit to being a little paranoid and on not trusting when it comes to the cheating issue. I will, because that's been my experience, unfortunately.
well, I will say
And
we had that conversation, had that conversation with that man, and his phone rang 5 minutes later, and he stepped out of the room to take the phone call, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
done. Yep, we're done. Yeah. I would be done after that. Like, he didn't hear you. Or if he
No,
did hear you, what you said, he
yeah, because
didn't
I was
care.
like, "I trust you. I have no," but like it, rattled my foundation.
Mhm. Janae, I'm like that too. I usually never say never, except when it comes to the thought of getting married again. I'm with you, Janae, and welcome. Mhm. Exactly, Mrs. Cassandra. Don't waste people's time. Like, if you know what you need, get out. Unless, of course, you've
Well,
got the
it's
arrangement with the
fine if
person
you're
that you
hitting on
guys are.
someone.
Yeah.
Fucking pony up right at the start. Be like, listen, I'm just coming. I just want this from you. Don't
Well, but
imply you want more.
yeah, but there are the situations where you don't know, Juju. Like, I've
Okay, well,
just
if you
gone
have a
through that.
girlfriend at home, like,
Oh,
so
this is true. Yeah, if you do, yeah. But like, I've been in a situation where something starts and you're not really sure what it is. You just know that you enjoy talking to somebody and you're getting to know them and you're laughing and everything,
yeah,
but you
but
don't
you can
really know
tell the
what it
person
is.
that too. And that's awesome. Just be
Oh,
like, I
I
don't
will.
know. Let's figure out what this is.
Yeah,
But
and
if you
and
have
yeah.
somebody at home, fuck off talking to me.
Oh,
That's what
well,
I'm saying.
that was one of the first questions. Is anybody going to be upset that we're talking all the time like this? Like, yeah, that was definitely one of the questions right away. you know, and then then you don't feel like you're wasting your time unless you try to figure it out.
Yeah.
Mm. Yes, we've moved it to
Yes,
6
Mrs. C. That
from
should be the first
which is
conversation. But what I have found is people don't believe you when you give your answer.
or they think you're just gonna change your mind when they change theirs.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, because like I've gone through that. Like my daughter used to always say that when she was in her 20s. And I said, please, you can say I'm never going to have any grandchildren. You can say all of that, but you can't really say never because you don't know. You're going to meet somebody. Something could change as you get older. Like, don't say never because you
Ah, that's what
don't,
my mom
yeah,
always said. She was like,
yeah.
"No, you just haven't met the right person." I'm like,
It's not that they met the right person, but she herself could change about it because we're always growing and changing. At least we should be. I mean, that is the path of human nature. Okay. It's just like what we do, from cradle to grave. We should be, taking in our experiences and learning from them and changing little things and whatever. Well, she did end up changing. She did meet somebody and it just happened, but she didn't change for that person. She just wanted it all of a sudden,
because she
you
met
know.
the right person.
But I don't know if it ticked her in them or it just was something that she was working on too, like, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably both. You have to have a mild desire for it to change.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, things happen, things change, you know.
I'm like, I'm fascinated by it. So, what do you guys, is the 6-month thing true or not true, guys? I think it's true.
I think it's true for all of us that by 6 months we know if this is working for us or not.
Yeah.
Because even if it's just not even on the other person's end, you have to figure out if you're getting from a relationship or, what it is that makes you want to stay in it and keep it going. If it's giving you joy, if you're growing, if you're changing, if you're enjoying yourself, just even without even taking the other person into consideration, you know what I mean? Like if
Yep.
it's working for you, and then you start thinking about like the other person too, like, is this like are there things that I can't get past, you know, or not? Do we have enough in common or do we have enough not in common? Because that's another thing.
Yeah,
Some
that's
people think
true.
some people think you have to find somebody exactly like you, and I can tell you right now, that is like the kiss of death. That's all great in the beginning because you never argue, you never have anything, but you also don't grow, and you become a bubble, and bubbles burst. Okay,
Yeah.
that's just the fact of it. Like you just like I don't want to be bored. Like
Well,
I
and you
want
know what I've always struggled with in relationships? When the guy is like, "Hey, I'm doing this on Friday night," and I'm like, "Aces, have fun." And then they're like, "You don't care that I'm not gonna be around." I'm like, "Absolutely I do, but also I'm glad you're going out with your friends. That time is equally as important."
right if they because you don't want to be like you're not
Well, and
doing
it's
it
not like we
because of
had
me.
plans. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Like too much independence, not enough independence. Like it's all a balance. And it's all customized to the actual relationship. Each one can be different. Like you could be one way with this guy, you know, and then different if you another guy about it. Like there might be a guy where you're like, what do you mean you're going out on Friday night? Like Friday night. Like that's the night we sit and watch movies. Where you going? Like,
well,
you
if
know?
that's the night we sit and watch movies, then yeah, it would be ticked off.
Exactly, exactly. So there's like time and place and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. But it is interesting. I don't know the 6 month thing. I don't know that there is a time frame, but 6 months sounds about right. Did we
Do we
establish a safe word? Did we? JuJu, we didn't. We usually do before the stream, don't we?
the
I
code
did
word
not.
is code word. That's what I always say.
Yeah, it's a code word is code word. When we hit the button and we run away. Pineapple. Yeah, I can't use that as a safe word because I talk about it too much. Isn't it
No.
always meatloaf? Nope.
We talk
I
about
don't
that
know.
too much too.
Yeah, those are food oriented. That's dangerous.
That is dangerous.
Yeah. Now I want pineapple lumps. She said pineapple, and I could go with a meatloaf sandwich right now too.
I'm gonna make a meatloaf this week. I'm
Are
excited
you?
about it. Well, I say that. I have to go to the butcher shop to get the ground beef, and that's real 50-50 if I will actually do that.
Oh, meatloaf is so good though. You put a lot of stuff in it. Oh, this is a very good question. I want to know the answer to this too. Take it away, Juju.
I have not located the butter knife, but I cannot pull my stove out because it's attached to the wall because it's a gas stove. So I have not found it yet, but listen to my new plan of action, Janae. I think you'll appreciate this. What I'm doing is I just did it. I hand washed all my silverware. And then I did have a few spares in the dishwasher that I've missed. And then I'm lining everything up and I'm going to count how many of each one I have to see if that butter knife made an appearance. It didn't. I don't know where it is. It's gone. They took
Are
it.
you thinking it may have not been missing after all?
No, it
What?
is missing. But okay, part of my logic is, guys, I've thrown out forks, obviously, and I have missing forks. And are you a big fork person or the small fork person? I'm a big fork person. That's my preferred utensil. And I'm down to like 4 of them. I don't have a complete set of silverware. I'm very upset about it. I don't want to get new ones, but I think I'm going to buy new silverware. But I'm sad about it, everyone.
Are you going to take all of the silverware out of the drawer and only put the new set in there?
Yeah.
Or are they going
Then
to
this stuff's
commingle?
got to go then.
No, I just put the new set in there with the other set.
No, Claire, have you met me? I can't do that.
Yes.
I
I think
cannot
it's
have
funny.
mixed silverware. I just want a nice set. It all matches. It has all the forks. Like, I couldn't have a lot of people over for dinner. I'd have to be like, some people have to go small fork, guys.
Hmm.
No, I have one. My kitchen sink is like one. What is that called? It's just one sink with one drain.
Yeah, a single. Yeah,
Single.
a single basin. Yeah.
But I'm really having a hard time with this because I did talk to someone the other day and I was like, do you think I hang on to things too long? And he said, I've never thought that, in a very condescending tone. I was like, what do you mean? Do you think it all the time? So, but people say I have a fear of commitment. I think the problem is once I commit so fully. I'm like, this is my silverware forever. But now I have to break up with my silverware.
Well,
I'm struggling with it.
you know what? You know how it is. It's less painful when you realize that your silverware isn't fitting your needs. So maybe you don't want your silverware
My
to have a
silverware,
life of constantly disappointing you and letting you down and never being enough.
I
You
know
should
it's
set
been
your
leaving me
silverware
for
free.
years and I have to let it
Yeah.
go. I have to
Yeah.
stop fighting. The silverware wants out.
You need to set your silverware free and let your silverware go its way and you go your way. You'll both be happier. You're just not passing the 6-month mark. You're not getting there. You just.
But we've had like 25 good years together.
Well, sometimes people change. Silverware disappears and your attitude about it changes, and it's just
But I still love it.
you're not looking at your silverware in the same way.
I'm just angry the forks and the knife is missing. And I've been searching online, everyone. This is a whole thing. I have spent hours looking online and I carry a little spoon with me. And then when I go to thrift stores, I'm like, maybe they'll be, because at thrift stores, they have like the bins of just mismatched silverware. I'm like, maybe there'll be forks in here that match my set. but I just need to let it all go and get a new set.
And then, just you'll be selling the opposite sets for everybody, and they'll be coming to you to get the little pieces to fix their sets.
Janae, do you want to be my new best friend? Because she just posted in Discord so we could crowdsource.
Exactly. Well, are we going to be crowdsourcing to get rid of her silverware or to buy the missing pieces? Because that's the.
I just love it so much, but it's missing so many pieces, and guys, it's a whole thing. It's a real issue for me. I realize it's ridiculous, but I'm like, I do want to find it.
Yeah. Everybody's welcome into the Discord, members especially. The link should still be active. In the find the missing one. It's more than one missing one though, Janae. Like that's
Replacements? You think, Grace Case?
I did. I found a spoon on replacements for an old set that my mother-in-law had that she accused me of throwing out the spoon. So I went and looked at them. But what really got me mad, JuJu, is after I got it for her, and I went to put it in the drawer, I counted the spoons. They were all there.
Really?
Yeah. She never told me she found it. She probably found it somewhere she put it. Like it was in something in the refrigerator or something, but she never told me. I'm like, oh yeah, of course she didn't.
I do have one of my big spoons. It was down in the garbage disposal, and I turned it on one time, so I could.
Oh,
He's got he's a little rough around the edges. Jeanette, oh man, I just got a secondhand high from that. I just packaged up 2 dozen mugs to donate.
I do that like with the odds and ends and everything like that. But the Christmas ones I save. I used to always pack them up with the Christmas stuff and only bring them out at the holiday and let everybody have a different Christmas mug.
No, I'm going through my whole house. I'm back on my like everything kick. I'm like, we are paring down, except for the silverware. I want to keep that, but I'll get new silverware. I'll get it. Everyone, stop pressuring me. This is a hard shade for me.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
But I don't want to get
there. Then don't. No big dinner parties. That's all you
No, but you can't live without forks.
Well, you have some. You have enough for you.
I have plenty of little ones, but now you gotta. It's basically you gotta hand wash a fork every time you make a meal.
I think if you look on 2 of those places, you will find the forks that go with it. You just buy the forks.
But I've even checked Felt Scraps like back inventory where they're like, these are the ones we don't make anymore, and it's not.
They don't have them.
No. Yeah. But it's it's good silverware. Fits in your hand perfect. I don't know.
I don't know. It is hard because like when you get it, you think it's going to be around forever and then it's discontinued and you just can't get anything to go with it.
Well, and when I got it, I was like, oh, this is just a nice set of silverware. And get this. It was only $15 for 4 place settings. So $30 got me 8 place settings.
Wow. That's pretty good. Jinzu, you're so right. I should have left them all over the house. But this is the same woman who boycotted red wine in her house because somebody dripped like 3 drops on a tablecloth and she didn't feel like having to clean it. So like she used to tell us we could only bring and drink white wine in her house. And I'm like, well, I just won't come because I don't drink white wine. I just won't come. And I definitely need wine to sit there with dinner with you. And she was a card, I'll tell you.
My friend's mom put a white flicati rug in her living room and then handed me a glass of red wine while I was standing in there. And I was like, oh no to this.
You were just scared. You were just
like, this is too much pressure. I was like holding the wine glass with both hands. I'm like, oof. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna go sit in the kitchen, everyone. Like,
I just don't have it. Like, I, I just can't see like telling people you would rather not have them at your house and you don't want them around rather than wash your tablecloth. Like that just is ridiculous to
first of
me.
all, you have to wash the tablecloth anyway. And don't you think stuff is meant to be used? So,
You would
like,
think so.
it's the
Yeah.
beautiful, like, Mars and stains. And yeah, do I like, I have ivory rugs in my house, so I get the like
Hmm.
obnoxiousness of that. But then the little stains on it, like I have my friend Martin wears boots in, and then on a snowy day, and then there's like a little spot from it. And every time I vacuum, I'm like, Martin. But it makes me laugh too because we had a fun
Hmm.
time that night, like, and he's comfortable enough in my house. He comes tromping in all snow
Exactly.
covered,
Yeah.
or like the
I know.
scratches on my table. I don't know.
Hmm.
I think they're
Exactly.
beautiful.
Things need to be used. They need to be worn. Hey, have a good one, Craig. Thanks for hanging. Like,
Hey, Craven, have
getting that.
fun.
Yeah.
And today,
Charlotte
I
says
don't know the name of the pattern, but I will post a picture for you.
there are like you can actually if you post a picture and then do Google search, you'll find the name of it.
Well, I found it a long time ago, but then I got mad because I couldn't find any of the actual, like, anywhere to buy them.
But Grace is right. Replacements.com, like I used them and I found some stuff that was old, you know. In I would be surprised if they don't have it.
I'm like, that
I'm
would
sure.
be,
Hmm.
I would be so happy. Then I'll probably come back and I'll be like, guys, I found them and they're
Hmm.
ridiculously expensive. I'm buying a new set. But then I would have a reason to get a new set. Like now, I just can't justify getting rid of stuff like that.
Hmm.
It's so wasteful.
Mrs. Cassandra, you're so funny. She said, "Hey, you're getting close to that 10-minute goodbye now." Yeah, almost.
Or
We
like
got
also
14.
get JuJu off the silverware topic. Because this is what happens in my brain. I need help.
Exactly. Exactly.
Maybe that's a control thing. Do you think there's like some deeper psychological meaning to you? Thanks, Grace.
That's not the kind of question you ask 10 minutes before the show's ending.
Listen, let's psychoanalyze me, everyone. No.
Let's not. Let's not. Like, no, no. I think if you want to keep that silverware, then make the effort to go try to find the rest of the
I
pieces.
have, and I have not been successful.
Did you go to replacements.com?
Well, no, Grace just sent me the link.
Okay. Well, yeah, that is like the online place for that store. If you don't find it there, it's time to pack up the silverware. Like you asked, so I'm going to tell you. You go to replacements.com. If they do not have pieces to finish your set, then that's your answer because
Well,
that's
then
the
I gotta
biggest
find a new,
place.
and that's a
Then
whole
you
new.
got to, nope. Well, to motivate yourself, you're going to pull all the silverware out of your drawer so you have none, and then you will buy a set. Okay, because you're going to need silverware. So you just get over the hump.
Have
Like
you
just
met me? I
package.
don't just buy anything. I
Okay,
can't just walk into a store and buy a
mm,
silverware set.
here is the new channel contest. Like here it is. Everybody start laying wagers on when you think she's actually going to get that new silverware. Like
Ooh,
you
that
just
is a good wager.
yes, we need a month and week. You don't even have to pick the day. Like it could be April, first week of April, last week of April, like second week of March, maybe January. Like
Also,
when will JuJu get the new silverware?
I
Yeah.
just got real sad for my friend Betty because, I'm hauling her to every store to look at silverware.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
She's
Like,
so patient with me, though. She lets me do stuff like that.
well,
First week of June.
now that you have somebody to do it with, now it's going to be even longer. I'm going for the second week of August, people. Like I know my JuJu. She got somebody to go with her, and they're gonna have lunch, and it's gonna be an outing. They're gonna do it like every other once, not once a week, because she can't do it like that often. But once every other week, they're gonna be going out and looking, and it's gonna go all the way to August. It's gonna be
Well,
the
I'm
time
gonna
of her
go
life.
look, then I'm gonna come up with options, then I'm gonna make Betty go look at the
Mhm.
options. Betty could give a rat's toenail.
Then she's gonna be like, "I'm getting too overwhelmed with the silverware. Let's start looking at curtains instead for a while." It's gonna go till August. I'm telling you. Like, yeah. August, second week of August. That's my bet.
It could. It very well could.
Oh, first week of
Janae will go
June,
with Janae. Yes.
third week of July. It's like Fish Nerd says, sometime in 2027. Juju. Juju doesn't make a decision quick. That's the
I
problem.
don't. I
There's
do
a
not.
decision. The buying of silverware involves a big decision. Like, this is gonna take a while.
One of my friends always tells me, he goes, "You need to be more impulsive sometimes." And I'm like, "What? No, I cannot do that. I have to think it through. I have to really consider it."
Janae, I like that. She said, "I'll go with you virtually." You know, I thought that was weird until I just did that recently, and I actually had a great time. A really great time. And I would do it again. We'd go shopping virtually for something with
I'm
somebody. It was great.
like, I will make you all weigh in, and then I'll be like, "No, your opinions are wrong. This is the right answer." I picked out a couch. I went to the store to purchase the couch. First of all, I went to the store 15 times before just to look at the couch, sit on the couch, decide if I wanted the couch. I decided I wanted it. I walked in the store and the salesman walked over and he goes, "Oh, you're interested? Why don't you fill out this form?" And I was like, "No, thank you." And I left the store. I was like, that was too much pressure.
Mrs. Cassandra says she's disappointed in us for not having mop talk. How could you be disappointed? Like, the mop man isn't here. Like, we
I
can't talk.
know.
And we don't like to talk when he's not here. We want him to hear every word we say about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe he's off
Well,
getting new mop heads. Maybe he's
but
off getting a vacuum.
a Roomba. Yeah.
Little
He's
Christmas
shopping for
present.
Christmas. Maybe he's buying himself a Christmas present, a Roomba. Maybe. Make his chores easier. I don't know.
Or a shark vacuum. Did
All
I use
right.
my shark vacuum to vacuum my stairs this week? It was very satisfying.
I do love the good shark. Yeah, they are. But I also like the animal version of the Dyson was really cool too.
That's what I have, the animal version of the shark. And it's got 8,000 different ways you can unhook it. So you can have you can vacuum the whole room standing in the middle of the room. It's amazing.
Well, that has good reach then.
Yes.
A Dyson vac mop. They have that, don't they, Jen? Like, is it Dyson that has it? Somebody has it. Bissell has it. I know that.
Yeah, I watched one of them and I was like, they're too new. I cannot commit to those.
The Bissell does like the hardwood floors in carpets, and it's like a cleaning machine.
Floor steamer, you are correct, Janae. And my floor steamer, like the middle part pops out and then you can steam like your shower. Or
yes, I have a small
top.
one. It looks like actually a Swifter stick or something like that, but it's a actual steamer. And I love cleaning tile with steam. It's disinfected, it's sterilized. And also, if you have pets, the best thing to do, especially in their areas, is get that steamer and do that every once in a while. It's like so great. No
I have
odors.
shower doors in one of my bathrooms, and man, got that steamer.
Yep. Yeah.
Like,
and you can even, if you do the light steam, you can even do hardwood, like, because I have dogs. I have to clean sometimes, like the dogs, like mud, snow, whatever,
it's you don't realize you're going to be that impressed, and then you start using it and you're like, what in this house can I steam?
Yeah, I have all of it. Like, I have 2 different vacuums, the steamer.
Now I want to go clean my stovetop with it. I'm not going to, but I want to.
Oh, you can.
I know.
There
No,
you
I'm
go.
going to go cry about my silverware. Actually, I'm going to replacement.com
You're
after this.
not. You're gonna go to replacement.com because you got the link. You got to make that last step that know that you looked everywhere, and then you're just gonna have to move on.
Plus, I
If you
have to
can't find
trump
it.
all of you and be like, see, I can make a quick decision.
If she comes back next Sunday showing us new silverware, I'm gonna be so shocked. I really am, but
I
I'll be
was like,
very
let's not
happy.
get crazy, but it could happen, but it probably won't.
Well, yeah, well, I know you just to prove all the people in the chat wrong that we're going next year in July of 2027 and like first
You know
week
how
of
it would
June.
happen is if I
Hmm?
found the exact same set I have now. I'd be like, look, guys, brand new
If you
set.
find if you find the exact set you have now, then that's perfect. That means you can replace, and that means you're gonna have lots of silverware in your drawer. Because now there's no need to throw out your silverware because it's the same.
Yeah, but then I'd probably have to redo how I have the silverware drawer set up.
So what? Like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah. No,
well,
I'm
gosh,
not saying that's a bad thing. That's a great thing. I already have a few
because
plans.
but there's still the ones that are short are still the ones that are gonna go missing. The ones you have double of now, like none of that's gonna go missing ever.
I know. There'll still always be a fork shortage.
There'll always be a
That's
fork
just
shortage.
where I live now. Not enough forks.
Exactly. But you at least have one full set at all times.
They're like, what's JuJu's biggest problem? And you're like, don't get her started on forks.
Oh my. Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
I
that's
used
what's going on with me, everyone.
I used
My life is
oh
hard.
Janae's very happy. She used the magic eraser today. That thing is wonderful. That thing is best for refrigerators, stoves, everything. Get the magic eraser. That would be
Magic
good on you.
eraser is good.
Is it? It would work on your shower doors too.
Mm-hmm. It
Mm.
does. I stopped using a certain soap because the soap dish in my shower underneath it, little
Mm-hmm.
soap scum would drip down and it was a real pain to clean. Even the magic
Yeah.
eraser had to work hard for it.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sal, you missed it. We talked all kinds of stuff. Storage solutions. We were into relationship timing. We were, gosh darn, we've been everywhere tonight. I
It's
think
what we do.
it started with candy. I don't
Well,
know.
because we were analyzing what things we've done this year that was brought us
I just
super
don't
joy.
make New Year's resolutions because it's just a waste of breath. It's just something to make myself feel bad about that I didn't do. So I don't do it.
No, but I make like year goals. I'm like, and this year I want to
I
accomplish.
But I'm one of those people that doesn't have to sit there and make new ones. Like I always have ongoing goals and make lists and keep going. It's like ever going. So like it's not a necessary process for me at New Year's. It's just what I'm doing all the time.
And I
You know?
think I do it more at my birthday than at New Year's.
I still remember my 25th birthday. It was crushing. I realized I was a quarter of a century old and I wasn't anywhere. And people were going to start expecting things of me. I was just like, damn, damn. Like now I've got to take life seriously and actually do something. Like, what? Like, yeah.
I didn't get there till I was 47, but I'm there now.
I like it. I was like, okay, well, you're there. So you get it. You understand that pressure when you're just like, gosh, damn. Like people are looking at me and going, what? You haven't done what? Like,
I've just lost forks. That's what I've accomplished.
candy canes, candy canes, and syrup. Mm-hmm.
No, but Jen just said, don't give the raccoons any light sticks. It looks as if they're on their way to Frankenstein's castle. And now I want to do that so much.
Oh, wow. You want to give them light sticks?
I do. I won't. Plus, the owls might get mad about that.
That owl was gorgeous, too.
Wasn't
I
he?
liked it.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it was really cool. I was like, well, the mice don't need to worry about anything now. You tell that owl to track down the butter knife.
I bet he's on it.
Maybe they come back with a bunch of forks too, solve your problem altogether.
What if they're just lined up outside my back door in the morning?
That
That'd
would
be
be a
really
mitzvah. That would be great. That would be a blessing.
I'd
Yeah.
also be concerned. I'm like, what's happening? Do you
Well,
live in my
if it
house?
happened, you take a picture and send it to me. Like, yeah, I'll put it there.
They just start bringing me silverware from other people's garbage cans. They're like, we'll find it.
Yes, you need forks. We got forks. Like, because people throw out forks all the time. Like raccoons know. They know that humans have a thing with throwing forks out. Like, they
Yep.
know that. They probably see the more forks in the garbage than anything else. Yeah.
Style. Owls are like sky kitties.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That just makes me super happy.
The crows stole the shiny forks and butter knife. They probably did.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And the raccoons are on strike now? Probably. It is the holidays. They feel underappreciated this time of year. They really do.
I haven't seen the raccoons in a while.
You need forks? No, human, go fork it. Yeah, that's a raccoon. They would say that. Yep. Well, they like twist their little hands together. What gets me is the way they look at you with their little like bandit mask on and they twitch their little hands together, rubbing them together like he. You know, what a time when they're looking at you. I don't like that.
I know. Well, I used to run into the same raccoon every night at about 10 p.m. is when he came to explore my yard. And I would step out and look down the stairwell and he would stare up the stairs at me. And I'm like, we're good though, right? He's like, we're good.
Yep. Have a nice trivia stream there, Grace. I know you guys got to go. We're cutting out anyway.
Yep.
I know
we're good.
Charlotte's doing a music thing over in at After Dark where Grace Malls. So if anybody's interested. Me, I'm gonna go get something to eat. JuJu, I'm hungry. I gotta go.
I'm gonna go find Janae. Be like, listen, I love your support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Let's
shut it down.
Okay, I'm gonna shut it down. Oh, and Janae, where are you? Wait. Janae, before you go, make another comment. So you can see your shiny, nice wrench.
You wrenched her?
Well, when I find her over in the Discord, I'll make her book her so she can find the. That's why. Do you see it? Like.
Oh, wait, I can't see that. I'm sorry. I clicked on replacements.com.
Oh wait, Janae. Wait a minute. Do I have it wrong? Are you the one that asked me for the wrench? Because if not, I'll just take it back. Like, do I have it wrong? Because I do get confused. And I did think that. Oh, if you okay, I'm waiting for her. Oh, you
it's
didn't.
Like, why? Why do I have a wrench?
Okay, wait. Okay, so you didn't. So never mind. Okay, I'll take it. It's okay. There you go. Hold on. It is somebody else. Okay, because when I saw you in the Discord, I thought that was you, but it is. Oh no, it's not. It's Paula. Is
Pamela.
it Paula? No, Paula. Is it Paula that wanted the wrench? No, Janae? You're scared? don't be scared. I took it back. You don't have to worry about it. I took it away. It was Paula, Mrs. Costanza. Okay, I got them confused. I'm so sorry, Janae. I didn't mean to terrorize you with a blue wrench. Don't worry about it. I took it back. Look, it's okay. If you're ever ready, you let me know.
We'll ease into it. We'll ease
you into it, you know. You have enough of your own wrenches, nerd? Yeah, I know. Too much I know.
I agree.
It is. Like especially around here, right? Like there's so much to do. Like look at my mods. They're just under so much pressure.
Plus, I just want to goof, and then I'm like, oof.
I know. I know. Don't worry about it, Janae. I got the name wrong. I did. So wait till Paula shows back up. Well, actually, I haven't seen her in the Discord, so that's why. It was all because I saw you in the Discord that happened.
Janae, you're in the Discord?
Oh yeah, she is. It's just that it's at different times. I get notices in admin when people come and go. And I didn't catch her in the voice channel. She was there for a little bit. I didn't catch her.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Your mom
They,
makes us work.
yeah. I know they're also bad behaved because JuJu, like, she encourages them in bad behavior. I know she does.
No, I
She's like,
don't.
she's like, be free with me. You're not blue. You can act up. Let's start a riot.
Be free with me. Be free with me.
Yeah. Let's see how long it takes to Claire like stop what she's doing online to tell us all to knock it off. Let's
She
see how
does
long
do
that
that to
takes.
me.
Okay, I have occasionally. You've been good lately, though. There's been no onion talk while I'm trying to do crew. I'm talking about a murder, and they're in the chat, freaking going off about onions and shit. I'm like,
My
get
favorite
to
one was I said something in a Sarah Boone stream and it struck you as really funny and you started laughing. So you're trying to tell me to stop it, but you were like, stop it. And
I
then,
like stopped and laughing because it is funny, and I want everybody to have a good time. But I'm trying to get through my presentation, and you're all not helping. Let me tell you, like sometimes you're not helping. Like, yeah, I'm just like, so I'm like, all right, if you don't want to talk murder,
I was talking about it was like a hearing we were watching or something, but I don't know. It was
uh,
funny.
yeah, I was. Oh, you know what I wanted to tell you? That Tanika Two Saints got Sarah Boone's
Shut up! I just
inmate
watched that
report.
today.
Did you? Was that funny? Sarah Boone's like
Yes.
causing riots and shit, like trying to like, Jesus Christ, this woman. She's like, seriously, they're like, she's getting all of these troubling reports, like, getting demerits and stuff because she's trying to get other people in trouble so they can get moved. And what happened is Sarah got moved to another cell.
She's
They
in a
like
single
made her
cell now.
they made her leave. She can't be around people now.
Did you watch the one where she had like someone who works at that jail on the stream?
I don't watch her date often anymore. I just caught that one, but I'll go back and look because I mean she gets into Sarah's dirt, man. She's like, who
She
cares?
does.
Who,
She
I mean, I
hates
don't.
Sarah. It's so
She
good.
hates her so much. She's like, she's counting how many times she makes them bring breakfast and turns it away. Like,
Well, and
I
then
don't
she's like,
care.
Sarah got 9 Butterfingers. Oh no, only 2. She's like,
Oh
still,
yeah,
that's a lot.
yeah. And
And she'll
she's
like
like, who?
critique what Sarah gets from
No,
commissary. It's
seriously.
the best.
Sarah's I expect another letter any day now. When Sarah finds out that we know who contributes to her commissary fund and what she's buying, she's gonna flip her lid. She's gonna be like, "You people wouldn't bail me out of jail. You wouldn't get me an attorney, and you're actually talking about my Butterfingers. Like
And
you're
I
talking
like
about
ticked
my
off. I bought 3
Butterfingers."
Musketeers. Everyone's like, that's not a good candy bar.
Yeah, like normal people would get Snickers. Sarah, what's wrong with you?
It's so phenomenal. It's so petty, but it's like fantastic.
Now that the trial's all, I feel free to be as petty as I want now that that's all done. I don't have to be serious out there anymore. Like Sarah Boone's a joke. Like seriously, I am
She is
glad
a
that
joke. The woman
yeah.
she had on had met Sarah Boone, like since she
Oh,
worked at the jail. And they go, "What was your first impression?" And she goes, "I wasn't impressed." And I'm like,
I don't think many of us would be. Yeah.
yeah. And she was like, Sarah just does what,
Hmm.
anybody she's talking to, there's an ulterior motive.
Yeah. No, she's too funny. I kind of miss her. But did you know that the guy that they assigned to her for her appeal, like wrote to them and said, I don't do appeals anymore. She had to get a new lawyer. And wait, and right away. And it's even worse because we know a letter's coming, JuJu, because then they automatically assigned somebody and they didn't tell her who it was. It just appeared on the website. So once she figures it out that there's a new attorney and she didn't know about, there's going to be like, how dare you violate my rights and assign me an appeal lawyer without me knowing about it? Like,
Dude,
like,
it's so ridiculous. Like, and I want to be like, okay, stop paying attention to these. But YouTube recommends Tanika to me, and I like how she's like so petty about it. She's like, all right, this is what Sarah bought.
exactly. It's like I
It's
was
like
just like,
perfect if you're like dusting your living room, just turn that
listen,
on. You'll be
I
entertained.
love I love that she does it because then I don't have to do it. Like,
I know.
I,
Then she'll be
I
like,
don't have
"Here's the
to.
video call she made." Here's
Yeah,
like,
or like the video calls and who talked to her and who did, because they like, because you want to be just like I do. It's like watching an accident on the side of the road. You can't help it. You're rubbernecking, like I gotta see what kind
well,
of
and
trouble
that
she's gonna
woman
get
in
in
like,
now.
is she in Minnesota or Michigan, somewhere up there, who had the kidney disease, who testified at
Uh-huh.
the
Uh-huh.
sentencing? There,
Yeah.
Tanika's like, I knew she was sending money to Sarah.
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
She knew it. Yeah, of course she is. Like Sarah's got her little people, but it's funny, like because everybody that testified were people she just met in jail. Nobody from her real life.
I know.
You didn't hear it.
Well,
Yeah. Nope.
everyone, those people already testified, and they were like, I didn't really want to be around her. They were there during the trial.
Oh yes, the you mean the neighbors? They were like, yeah,
Yes.
we avoided her. Like we didn't talk much. I saw her coming. I went the other way. I used the back door. Like, I was just like, even the old lady, she was like, "Yeah, I saw her. Yeah, we didn't talk that much. Like, I just assumed. Like, it's like we didn't have any conversations. I just assumed. Yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, too much, too much. It was funny. All right, we're pushing the button. We're late now. I'm out
All
of here.
right. Meet
I gotta
me.
go eat. Thanks for another great Sunday. We'll see you all. Yeah, I'll be back in the morning with cats, and then Tuesday and like the week. Just check out the community tab, everybody. Oh, by the way, just a heads up. I like to talk about consent. In just on a serious note here, Mark Vincent, who was an ex-cult member of Nixium that I covered before in the past. Well, he did a really great conversation today with two women that have gone into the legal aspects all over the country in regards to consent. And it's a great conversation. So I linked the video on my community tab. And I just think that those of you that are like, curious about it or interesting, Mark is really great, like that, really real in the conversation. And they really did cover all the different aspects of it. It was quite well. It wasn't one of those like cram it down your throat kind of thing. It was really covering how a lot of the legislation just doesn't do the job they thought it would do. Like they really kind of spoke on it the way I speak on it about how things have to change with the wording and stuff like that. It was great. It was really great. And it'll introduce you to 3 other creators out there that you might want to check out sometime. So there you go. On that, okay, done.
All right.
All right. Thank you, JuJu, for another great Sunday. Thank you, everybody in chat. See y'all later.
Bye.